What's going on, everyone? It's time to talk about some really low budget, shot on video type films for once. I got a whole collection of them that I want to talk about. So let's start talking about them. First one I'm going to be talking about today is Tales of the Dead Grim Stories of Curses, Horror, and Gore. Yeah, this is basically what some people call a Z grade movie. Um, than just a B movie. This is shot on video, ultra low budget, probably like a couple $1,000s, or in this case pounds, because this one is like a British or an Irish film, distributed by Chemical Burn Entertainment, uh, produced, written, and directed by Kamal Vilderum, I think. Yeah, and this is actually a anthology film. So basically, Camille made a whole pile of short films, and then they could put them all together in a film, but as a as a anthology. So, well, for the film sits around a group of five friends get together on Halloween night and tell each other scary stories. So the wraparound story is pretty generic, and there's definitely nothing very interesting about the wraparound or anything like that. Like their friends trying to jump scare each other and stuff like that. There's nothing significant about it. It's just to link all these stories together. So the first one is Yours Is Mine, which is actual story is Yours Is Mine, and it's about a girl who is sort of like a little odd and socially awkward, and she has these weird fetishes and stuff like that. She thinks she finds someone that's into it, and then it ends up being he's a little more cynical and crazy, and goes into more debauchery and like but and stuff like that. And then she's kind of like in this like happy like glaze where when she comes to, she realizes the guy's butchering her, and yeah, it's really weird and all over the place. So wasn't a huge fan of that one, and a lot of the same faces are in these stories. There's like three or four of them, so yeah. I'm going to try to tell you a bit about each one. So, number two was Wolf Cry, which is basically a young teen who has these odd feelings and is feeling like dizzy all the time and stuff like that. His parents are nagging him. He's kind of thinks he sees things odd and things like that. So he's getting very delusional and he's not sure why. And he's like, he'll be running down an alley and some random arms are coming out of a wall, grabbing him and stuff like that. That one is Wolf Cry is a pretty dumb, boring waste of time. Um, yeah, but then the interesting ones start happening. The third one is called Penance, which is basically an homage almost to a giallo I found. It's basically it opens up with like some weird bondage stuff, and then the guy ends up killing her and stuff like that, and it ends up being his wife. And yeah, so basically the kicker with this story is he's actually a cop that's working on the case and he's trying to lead them astray. And I thought that one was interesting. It was definitely different and amusing. The characters are actually a little more entertaining to watch and stuff like that, where the other ones you just didn't care about at all so far. But yeah, this one was like a little bit of breath of fresh air into it. And then finally, the last one, which is probably the best one, Cromwell's Curse, which is more like a Blair Witch found footage style one, was probably the best one. It's very simple, and the characters are very relatable. And they read up on this curse and they go check it out and they think they see something, and one of their friends disappears, and then it just cuts, and then it's basically the end of the movie. So, yeah, yeah, I really like Cromwell's Curse, whatever it is. That found footage one the best because it definitely had a really good, strong Blair Witch sort of like feel to it, where they didn't really give you too much information. They try to make it as simple as possible. Very little. There's like no jump scares, and it's just very creepy and very pretty well put together. That one I was very impressed with. Actually, I did not expect that to be at the end of that film. So yeah, Tales of the Dead Grim Stories of Curses, Horror, and Gore is an I'd say an okay anthology, Z grade anthology, anyways. Um, looking at it as a full film with everything, there's including the wraparound, there's 3 disappointing things about it and 2 decent films parts about it that were pretty decent. The acting is mostly terrible in this film. Um, yeah, some of the effects were okay, like the gore effects and stuff like that were okay. But yeah, overall, for the most part, it's pretty boring and bland and just a waste of time. Um, Unless you want to just fast forward and watch the 10 minutes of the good ones, then yeah, check it out. But as far as I'm concerned, this one was a pretty big letdown, pretty big disappointment. It's definitely different, but not really my thing. So yeah, I'm gonna give this film a 1.5 just because I'm courteous out of 5. So yeah, I'll try to find the trailer and link it down below, and it's probably on YouTube somewhere. This movie, so if you really want to check it out, yeah, the trailer's linked down below. So with that, that's what I think of this film. Yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram to keep up and see what else I'm watching and all these other Z grade movies, yeah, follow me on Instagram as I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story all the time. So make sure you follow me there. I usually have the title on a hashtag somewhere there in case you want to try to find it and see what I'm watching, or just interested to see what I'm watching. Follow me on Instagram to stay in the loop. Also, I put the subgenre of film in there in case it's something you don't like or something like that. So yeah, and make sure you like this video, share it if you really want to. Comment down below your opinions of the film if you've seen it. Do you absolutely hate it, or are you like one of the weirdos like me who like these type of films sometimes? And yeah, so make sure you throw your comments down below. Also, if you have any Z films or really low budget films you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below, or even any films at all, comment those down below. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can in the future, and if I can find them. And yeah, make sure you subscribe because I got a lot more weird stuff coming up next. So, yeah, till the next review. Cheers.